Alright, here we go again. Batch number 2, stream number 3. See how many we can get through tonight. Hopefully 5 or 6. Did 4. So you roll the dice. Who's up next? Faultcycle by GameDevDav and Allison James. This is one that I did in my first stream that actually didn't record, so this isn't going to be a true first impressions video. It's going to be a second impressions video. Let's see if my leaderboard... Nope. Someone literally got in front of me. Alright, let's adjust levels. We'll try that. Yeah, Mike is still at the top 33. Okay. Yeah, there's no WASD movement. It's all the arrows. Ooh, I don't think I changed my name, did I? I should just stop. There was a spot to change my name, wasn't there? Oh yeah, there it is, down there. Sir Average. Oop. So it looks like the razors are equal to the number of hearts, so there's 6. So there's 7 razors, right? I stopped to count them, but I can't. It's not going to work. So what were my thoughts initially? Really impressed by it feels really fluid with the person on the cycle, and I think that's some sort of like a space dirt bike. That's what it looks like. But yeah, it's really smooth, the turning. It looks like sprite stacking to me, which I'm always a big fan of sprite stacking. Gives a really cool effect. Okay, speed. Speed feels really good in the game. I really like the control. I don't know how I live sometimes. Okay, last time I got to, what was it, 22 I think was my high score. I just touched the high score at one point. Then I got supplanted by somebody else. Oh, there we go again. Dead. Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly simple concept, but I think it's been executed pretty well. I like the kind of neon shader vibes of the background. It gets really frantic really quick, trying to pick up all the different hearts. Sometimes it feels like just waiting in a spot is like the best thing to do. I say as I die again. I don't think I'm going to make it onto the leaderboard again. I think the last time I made it onto the leaderboard with 22 was just kind of a fluke, if I remember. Yeah, so it seems like a lot of your score is tied to almost how lucky you are with the spawns of the hearts. Like sometimes they spawn really far away, sometimes they're nearby, so you can just pick them off. It also doesn't seem like, maybe the score does go up sequentially. Oops, did I go? I don't know what happened there. Oh, okay, if you go too far outside of it, you do die. Oh, I didn't know that before. Good to know. 2. The little, I don't know if it's an animation, but the razors, when they're turning, it's like a little clicking. It's not smooth. And I think that's I kind of like that effect on them, actually. Curious if that was actually an animation thing, or if that was built, like baked into the sprite. They actually physically were turning the sprite to get that kind of jittering. What's that one? It's kind of like intense Frogger in a certain way. Oh. Well, I got up to 19. Yeah, anything with a leaderboard is always fun too. Gives you incentive to show to everybody else just how great, or in my case, bad of a gamer you are. Oops, nope. 10. Yeah, it seems like it's proportional, so there's 4 on the screen right now. There's 4. There's 5, 6. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that was another piece of thought that I had in my first run through, is that the it's a lot easier to see the ones coming from the sides as opposed to the, or from the x-axis as opposed to the y-axis. So it's the y-axis, like when you have a heart that's down near the top or the bottom, it's almost impossible to, it's kind of luck-based a little bit. Oops. Or it's more luck-based, I should say. No. The hitbox seems to be pretty forgiving, though, with how far you have to go in order to actually get to the heart. But yeah, like down there in that corner, there's like 5 or 6 hearts that all spawned up nearby, so it's a lot easier to get to all of them. So there's I mean, as with any game, you have to have some amount of randomness to it. What else was were my impressions? Adrenaline. Don't know if there's too much adrenaline other than what you're inducing in the player by the panic for the number of stars going by. I guess the hearts are giving you adrenaline, but I'm not seeing how the adrenaline really affects much else. Like if when you get hearts, it makes you go faster for a certain amount of time, there'd be more adrenaline. But I mean, you could have just called adrenaline health. It would have had almost the same effect. Which, I mean, there's not much you can really do for the theme adrenaline. Kind of adrenaline as a theme has a very specific feel to it. It invokes. Yeah, I think I'm hard locked at like 19, 20, something like that. Six, 7, 8, 9. Trying to think of ways that you could actually improve the game, and I'm not really coming up with some. I guess power-ups, but it goes so fast. Like with that many razors on the screen, it goes pretty quick. I don't know that you would really want to, because, I mean, the gameplay loop is get the high score. And having, I mean, each run is taking, what, 45 seconds or so? Faster, depending on how bad you are. So, I mean, I guess you have to balance how many runs they are or how long you want your average run to be. People are trying to get a high score. And shorter is usually better when it comes to that stuff. I flinched when I should have scurried. Give it a couple more shots to try to get on the leaderboard. There's no way I'm getting to 33. There's just so many close calls in the game. Seems like one effective strategy is just kind of camp in the center and then jump out for half a second. Grab the hearts and then try to get back. Hope that the hearts kind of end up in the same spot. Oof. So you pushed it too much there. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I'd change the speed. The speed's pretty good on everything. Like the speed, the movement of the character, it doesn't feel like, oh, it's my... like I'm limited by the controls at all. It feels like any fault that I make is my own issue. Except for the ones that like pop up out of the ceiling like that. Then come and try to kill you. Sometimes patience is the best, seems to be the best. Alright, last try. Almost ended right there. Yep, that's it. What is it? Let's see, the top score is 33. Bottom score is 22. Alright, one more. One more, since I got to... I have to get it to at least 10, right? Which is what the game should do, right? It should be trying to play at least one more run. Try to get the high score at least one more time. 10, alright. Try at least get to 11. And the music's good too. I don't think there was a readme. So I'm not sure who did the music, but music fits really well. Nope. Well, I think my high score is going to remain at 22. I can't see myself getting much higher than that. You have to visualize where the blank spaces are, right? Yeah, it's really dangerous going along that upper or bottom edge, as I get smacked from one from the side, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. Yeah, it's a good entry. Alright, so starting out with 2, which is okay across the board. Theme. How well do I think it fit the theme? Do I think it fit the theme really well? Like I said, I think that if it had given a power-up or something, because Adrenaline really could have just been changed to health. So I don't know if I would say it was good. I would say it was okay. It was serviceable. As far as theme, concept, how fun core gameplay concept is. I think it's definitely a 4. Like it hooks you in. Trying to get the high score, the leaderboard, and it feels really good. It feels really fluid as you're using it. So that means that user experience is also really good. Easy to get into, straightforward, very simple. You know exactly what you're doing. Story. I have no idea why I'm on a bike or why I'm getting the stuff. So story is probably a 0. Because I don't think there is a story. It's just get the hearts. Visuals. Visuals were good. The background, the grid helped. Yeah, the grid really helps out to kind of help you judge distances. And each of the stars kind of lines up. Looks like they line up with the grid, right? Yeah. It's on I don't know what the interval is, like 32 or probably like 64 pixels or something, but yeah, the grid, everything looks good. The razors, how they kind of jitter back and forth. I like that animation. And the heart going up and down. It's good. Fonts were all good. Yeah. So visual, definitely 3. Solid 3. Audio was really good. So overall, I'd say it's definitely a 3. It was a good entry. Little simple, but very effective. What did I like most about it? I think I liked most the sprite stacking. Just the way that the character turns, that kind of like smooth motion. It's just, it feels like butter when you're moving. So it feels really good when you're moving around. That's probably my favorite part of the game, because it's like also instantaneous. It feels like instantaneous feedback. The one thing that I would have liked improved, or that would have made it a little bit better, is just the because I'm all fingers, or I'm all thumbs when it comes to using the arrow keys on my keyboard. If I could have used WASD, probably couldn't have gotten a higher score. But then there's probably other people who would also get a higher score, so probably would have washed out. But just the addition of the WASD keys would have been nice. Yeah, good entry. Good solid game. All right. Let's see. Do the next one, which is drone ball. Oh, this is another one that I did on my now failed infamous first stream that I forgot to record. Drone ball by the M. Read me. I think I remember the gameplay. Yeah, it's WASD, mouse, aim, and shoot, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for upgrade. Right. So I'm not going to be able to give first impressions again on this one, but I can I'm going to turn down the volume just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So initial thoughts. In my first playthrough on the game, I really did not understand the upgrade mechanics. Specifically that you had to be on the ground charging in order to upgrade stuff. So I kind of had a hard time figuring out how to upgrade like my bulk or my speed and whatnot. So it just kind of felt like an endless push. I also wasn't very clear to me which goal was mine, because there's no color coordinating with the goals. Let me upgrade. Oh, I don't have enough gears. Yeah, I also wasn't clear on, because I'm blue, and I get that my teammate was green, so I assumed that I had to get it into the goal on the right, because that's where my teammate was trying to send it. Yeah, because the 2 enemy drones were trying to get it the other direction. I assumed that my goal was on the right, but it took me 2 or 3 playthroughs before I really understood. It also wasn't intuitive exactly what it took to punch through the enemy's goal. Like how many hits it takes. Is it based on momentum? I wasn't really clear on. Shot. On what it took to break down the barrier on the goals. Also just not very good at the game. A little bit of thumbs and fumbling around. Yeah, it seems like you just want to dump I should just dump all of my upgrade points into one specific category. Which speed worked out pretty well last time. We're losing 2 to nothing. Yeah, it's a really good concept. I don't know. We'll actually have to try to do a strategy this time. We'll try to fly around, get all the gears, upgrade, then we'll focus on goals. Right? See how viable that is. Let's do speed. Speed will help us get them faster, right? I was gonna say it felt a little bit sluggish, but when you have the speed upgrade, it yeah. So the other thing that felt a little, I'm kind of middle ground on is the the shooting mechanic. Seems like if I'm sitting down here and I'm trying to regenerate, I just get shot to pieces. So it's kind of like I'll get spawn camped if I try to upgrade. And I think the AI feels pretty good. Like it's not any AI you make is gonna struggle with corners, obviously. Or super fast and super bulky. Yeah, getting like sniped out of the air. It also seems like when I try to shoot that I don't, it's just because I haven't upgraded stuff, but. Yeah, I like the art though. I'm really impressed by the shadows. I'll be curious to know what the hitboxes are like in the game. If they, because I see my little health on the side, which I think that's not part of the hitbox. But my drone kind of has like two antennae, and they're kind of angled. I don't know if that means that when I hit them, that actually shoots them out at an angle. Also be curious to know if the AI has like different modes that it goes into, like, oh, okay, this AI acts more aggressive. Or like run where this, because it seems like one of them just blew up and it started shooting. The other one, like right now, is just going after upgrades. It's probably a pattern, I'm guessing, to the AI, and that it Basically like table hockey with drones. I've never been very good at table hockey. Nope. Especially table hockey with guns. Okay. Cool, now all we need to do is keep them from scoring. Might stall out the game like, maybe just play goalie. Oops. Died again. I also imagine that this game would be a lot easier on the controller without, instead of using the WASD keys. Oh, it died so fast. Nope, can't upgrade health. Don't have enough stuff. I got shot again. See, I'm trying to think of what else what other thoughts I had when I was first playing. I do like the tail. Yeah, it definitely feels like a, it's a little hectic with the AI. I can imagine if you had if you had other people, other human players, it'd be very interesting as well. We just try. Can you upgrade your gun? Oh yeah, you can. Wonder what upgrading the guns does. Fully. Battery. Yeah, the gun seems to take up a lot of energy, so I pretty much never use it. Battery's full. I can just pretty much one-shot them now. Oh, no. Yeah, charging takes a long time too, and the fact that you can get bumped while you're charging makes it a little more frantic. I'm not sure if it would help if you're kind of immune while you're down. Imagine that would have other problems too. Gone. One, zero. Okay. Let's see. Theme. I think. Yeah, I don't see too much in terms of adrenaline other than the feeling for the game is it's supposed to be frantic, increase adrenaline. Let's see, adrenaline really is a mechanic, though. Whereas like a theme where you're pushing around adrenaline, or your battery could have been adrenaline, I suppose, too, but kind of hard to work adrenaline into a hockey a hockey shooter game. Yeah, with a controller it would have been a lot probably be a lot easier. I just always use keyboard and mouse. I pretty much never use a controller, so all that joystick goodness, all that joystick precision I lose out on. Okay, so theme, concept. I like the concept of kind of hockey with drones. The concept that would work really well with multiplayer, and the AI is not. AI is pretty good too, so it's not like it needed multiplayer, and multiplayer is a huge undertaking in the time of a jam. So concept's good. Story. Not much of a story. I mean, obviously, you can do what you can with table hockey, but in a world where table hockey is the only thing, in order to save your family from annihilation, you have to play table hockey. Yeah, visuals. Definitely, I think the strongest part of the game. The drones and their guns floating around. It all looks really good. The shadows really help the game. I think there's a glitch. I think we have stopped the puck. It is the invincible hockey puck. So yeah, what's the thing that I liked the most? I liked the number of upgrades that you have. Once I actually figured out how to get the upgrades that you have to land in order to upgrade your ship, which wasn't immediately apparent to me when I first played. Having all the different stats that you can upgrade, so it's like upgradable, almost RPG table hockey. I thought that was really good. That's probably what I liked the most. That probably also tied with the just the shadow casting, because I'm always impressed by those raycast shadows like that. I don't know if you were using a shader or exactly how you did those, but they really helped to give a lot of depth to the field. Things that I would have changed, obviously, I think knowing about how to do the upgrades sooner, as opposed to just... Let me actually see. Was it in the README? You can upgrade stats from that. Okay, yeah, it is. So probably just my lack of reading is what is the issue. Yeah, so it wasn't immediately apparent, apart from reading, that that landing I was able to upgrade. So that was more of my issue. Trying to think of anything in the game that I would have actually changed or liked to see different. Oh, that's probably the one thing I would critique is just the gun. It seems like the AI tends to kill you really quick, and it kind of turns into a mosh pit, where when you're landing, right, you have to land in order to recharge, but while you're recharging, you're vulnerable. And then especially if the AI is on a kind of a shoot mechanic, it just can tap you off in a couple shots. So that's probably the one thing I would have changed or smoothed out a little bit more. Yeah, so okay, so if we say 2 across the board, it was okay. Theme. I think that, yeah, I kind of had a little bit of adrenaline for the theme, but I don't, it was more how you feel. It wasn't actually a literal interpretation of the theme. It was just kind of trying to get like it could have as easily been frantic or you know, quick as opposed to adrenaline. So it was there. But I don't think it edged into 3. Concept. I like the concept. I thought it was a good concept with having the upgrades that you could do. And then also the drones, how they fall slowly. So it's not just static, kind of table hockey where you move it around. Story didn't really exist. Kind of the story is hit the ball. Visuals were excellent. Visuals were really good. The background, the drones flying, even just the trails on the balls were really helped to show where the puck was. Audio, everything was good. Felt like it had a nice chunky hit whenever you, especially the sound effect I really liked was when you hit the barriers in order to knock down the barriers in front of the goals. User experience, it was pretty good. Obviously, without upgrades, the drone feels a little sluggish, but it's kind of meant to. And then as you pile on the upgrades, it feels a lot better. So definitely a 3. It was good. Good feel. So overall, I would give it 3. It was good and it was solid. So well done. Okay, next. Adrenaline Racer. Man, I'm just drawing all the same ones that I did last time. Adrenaline Racer. I also reviewed this one during my last playthrough that's now lost to eternity. Just refresh my memory on what the controls are. I think it was just okay. Yeah, it was just the arrow keys, and then full screen was F. Okay, and then R is restart. Backspace, erase best times. Go back. Okay. So Adrenaline Racer. I really like the font you used for it. It definitely gets the Need for Speed, blood flowing vibes. Back to circuit. 2, 1. Okay, yeah, this is a. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that before. So trying to use the WASD. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so A does work to go left, but it does not work to go right. Nope, it's not my keyboard layout. And then W, it looks like W shoots something. Okay. So yeah, having WASD is would have been a good addition. But arrow keys suffice. I'm just not as good with my right hand. Okay, so what are some of the things that I took away from on my first run? Always like 3D. 3D is always really impressive in span of a jam, especially with Game Maker. Track obviously is a little, monotone. Having some sort of a grid or something to really sell the speed would have been nice. But I think in the README you said you didn't have too much time, which, like, if you're already messing with 3D and cameras and stuff, yeah, time can escape. The one thing that I wasn't sure of when I did my first run through was whether or not the speed ups or the boosts, whether they piled on each other. So if you hit them consecutively, it makes you go faster, and you keep going faster. Or if it was more Mario Kart style, where you hit one and it only gives you a boost for a certain amount of time. I think it's the the latter. So I think it's you hit it and it gives you a boost for a certain amount of time. Because like right there, I stop after, or I stop eventually if I don't pick up another one. So I don't think the boosts are progressive in that way. I do appreciate the, I'm guessing it's a spacecraft. I think it's blue wings. They look like blue wings. I mean, it's the flying Dorito, essentially. The turning speed seems to be a little, either I'm reacting way too late or the turning speed is just not, it's just not good. I just need to preemptively turn. Gotta commit to my turns. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of checkpoints on here too. Which is, like, in one sense it's good, because I like the continual progress. In another sense they kind of start to blend into the finish line. Where I'm not really sure, okay, where am I on the track? Because there's no mini map for which one's actually the finish line. So I got 2 more checkpoints and then I'm at the finish line. I mean, obviously if you're able to add like a couple trees or some sort of a just something on the ground that breaks up the blue, so you get a sense of distances, it would make it a bit easier to track. But I mean, having 3 courses as opposed to just 1 is really good too. I think of other things that I was thinking on my first go round. Oh yeah, the sides. When you ram into the sides, it feels nice and smooth. Like I don't feel like I hang up on the sides, so that's good. I don't know. I imagine it has something to do with the geometry. It can't be just your traditional slap down the solid object and you crash into it. It has to be something to do with the actual geometry of the course, I'm guessing, to keep you on track. Yeah, the turning radius seems, especially when you hit certain turns, it's kind of weird because it's almost a little bit too fast when you're going slow, but then it's almost a little too slow when you're boosted. I think the last this is the Baby Park tour, Indianapolis 500 on a Dorito. What it needs is the adrenaline on a timer. Just every time you go faster and you get more adrenaline. Until eventually you get dizzy. Almost halfway done. It's interesting. So I erased the user data. Oh, that was just in the jam player. So I was wondering, how did it remember my time from when I played last? because it's a separate file. 2 more. And I think it goes and it repeats, right? I think, yeah, because I think Hyper Twister here is the last track. So yeah, always like to see 3D entries, even if I'm too scared to venture into 3D with GameMaker, and especially in the time frame of a jam. The music is fits really well too. Reminds me a lot of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which was you just changed it from a flying Dorito to a pod racer. It had better graphics than Star Wars Racers. It's a game I have not played in a long time. But the like that feel for speed where you're going really fast is always fun, and it's always good in racing games. I always appreciate racing games where you feel the speed as opposed to just kind of creeping along. Last one. Oh, no. No, wait, I'm only at lap 13. It's 20. I think last time I tried to go backwards too at one point, and it didn't quite work out. This the last one? This is the last one. Yep. Fall went well. Adrenaline levels should be peaking. It's the end of this game. Try to improve your best times. Skip to return to title. Yeah, good game. I didn't actually get to the end last time I played. I think it was the second to last, and then the last track I thought were the same. So, theme. I thought it was good, I thought it was okay. It was there. I didn't feel like adrenaline was a huge driving factor in any of the mechanics, obviously, or in the aesthetics. There's just kind of there in the feel, which was good. It would have been a little bit better if we had more, obviously, like billboarded sprites or stuff that you're flying by, so you get even more of that sense of adrenaline. But for 3D in a short amount of time, it runs out quick. Concept racing game. It's okay. Not obviously we've seen racing games before. There wasn't anything specifically with adrenaline connected with the gameplay, so I feel like a 2 is pretty safe there. Story didn't really have a story other than go pedal to the metal. Visuals 3D always at least is 3 stars in my book. Takes a lot to get the just to get the camera into perspective takes a lot of time, at least for me. So visuals are good. I like despite it being blue, and I really like the contrast in the color, the chosen color of white and blue. Like it for being just plain colors, I think they fit the contrast. The contrast feels really nice. Like it's pleasant to look at. despite it only being two-tone. And then the track itself, like the edges, it's not super, like you can, if you really look, you can see the segments in the curve, but it's honestly, it looks really smooth, most of it, and it kind of fits with the pixel aesthetic of the flying Dorito. So we'll return to level select. Yeah, so visuals were good. Audio, really liked the music. I thought it was good. Did you do the music yourself, or was that somebody else? Sound effect. Music made. Oh, okay, so you did make it yourself. Nice. So yeah, definitely a 3. Had good music. UI was really good. I thought it was excellent. Just the color and the contrast and the fonts, I really liked it. Maybe it's just that shade of blue. So overall, I'd say probably average it out to about a 3, which is good. Alrighty. Let's do next one. Help, my farm is being threatened by 10,000 zombies. By Mr. Magnus. Alright, read me. But I have to harvest the crop. So this is Stardew Valley with zombies. Simple little 3D horde shooter. Oh, horde shooter, so it's not pixel art planting plants and points by killing things quickly, by killing a set number of things, by foregoing bonuses, and of course by picking carrots. Each round, one of the 8 carrots patches on the map will spawn carrots. They don't despawn, but uncollected carrot patches won't spawn new carrots, even if that patch gets picked last round. So there's different patches, and you have to go to them and pick them. Okay. Now with online high scores. Oh wow, so you got into the online, dipped into the online stuff. You're competitive over this. Yep, as it always does. Move with WSD, shoot with mouse. A bit of 3D boilerplate code from a previous project of mine. Hey, I mean, if you don't and you just go from scratch, it's crazy to even think about doing 3D. It was made 2 afternoons and 1 sleepless night I had to dedicate to this. Wow, so 3D in like 2 days. Okay. Coding. Like the bell. A terrifyingly rushed experience. Shooting gallery, easy, standard. So what's the score to beat? Honey, 38,903 points on standard. Iron Man. Zombies are deadly. Start with double the health, no healing, nor healing items. All damage is permanent. 2 times score. There's hard, tough and medium, no passive health regeneration, no healing between levels. 1.5 times score. Okay, so the score goes up depending on the difficulty. Nice. Okay. Well, of course we have to go straight for the hardest difficulty, as you do in any kind of frantic game that you have no idea what you're doing. Oh wow, the mouse sensitivity is like, wow. What if I could change that? I'm trying to remember if it's the good one though. I ran out of time, so enjoy the stripped down version of a store. Press 1 for more firepower, press 2 to destroy all zombies. No points, just peace. Press 5 to skip a bonus and get extra points. Oh, we'll go with the extra points, obviously. Yeah, not being able to hold down the button is kind of a, to shoot is a bit of a... And they had 38,000 points? I don't think we're going to get there with our health. This is how I'm going to get carpal tunnel. Oof, spawned up and they're right on top of me. Okay, so there's no jump. There's no... Yeah, having to click every time for the gun is gonna kill me. My finger can't take it. Can't hold on much longer. So, if I remember correctly, the carrots give you stuff too, right? Yeah, there's no jump, so I can't jump over the barriers. And I died. 5548. Okay, so what's the level skip bonus? Levels cleared, bonus skipped. Oh, that accounted for 1,200, so that's a pretty fair chunk. Type in your name. Sir Average. Yep, not even... Oh, I guess I got on the leaderboard. 5548. Yeah, well, we're not going to do... Okay, so minus passive health regeneration. No healing, nor healing items. All damage is permanent. 2 times score. I think... Well, since everybody seems to be getting high score with standard, we'll try standard again. We'll try standard this time. Okay, so it doesn't cost any score when you shoot the gun, which is good. Yeah, maybe it's just my mouse being overly sensitive. But the mouse sensitivity seems pretty high. Ooh, hit points by 25. Destroy all zombies. Skip bonuses. So I don't know if the zombies, maybe I missed it in the readme, if the zombies actually destroy the carrots or not. Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong in that I have to get more firepower in order to be able to hold down the button. Oops, I thought I was out. Line them up, right? Let's destroy all zombies this time. We need to get over to wherever the carrots are. Those are what really give you the points, right? I'm not seeing any over here. Shoot them all the way over there. There's the carrots. There's carrots everywhere now. The AI seems pretty smart, like they're able to get around the, sometimes they hang up on the inside, sometimes they don't. Skip a bonus. Maybe the smart thing is just to kill all the zombies every single time. Maybe that's what will allow me to get higher points. Should do some experimentation, see how much a carrot actually costs. Or how much a carrot increases the score versus shooting a zombie. I really want to min-max it. Is it more effective to just spawn camp I can't tell if they're just billboards or if the enemies. No, I guess they turn. So the enemies are actually 3D models, which is interesting. Kill all the zombies. Yeah, a little bit of bullet impact would also have gone a long way. Like when the bullet hits the zombies, you get like some sort of a sound, audio cue that you're actually hitting them. It seems to me like the carrots do not give you as much points as killing zombies. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Oh, no, one got me from behind. 48-16. I think I did better my last run. Yeah, I did 5 as opposed to 4. Okay, we'll do Iron Man one more time. We'll see if we can cheese the system somehow. No, but I don't think that's gonna work. Clear all the zombies. Maybe the trick is to go for the increased damage. So they can just mow them down. Yeah, just keep getting you from behind. I like the scream. It's probably about how I would sound if I was getting attacked by zombies. So I wonder if different colors have different hit points. One for more firepower. Click, click. My finger's gonna need a vacation after this. More firepower? Just keep spamming. Nope. 4296, so not as good as my last one. All zombies are nearly harmless. Ample passive health regeneration, complete healing between levels. 0.5 times score. Maybe the shooting gallery is the ready to go. So all I have to do is get 60,000 points, right, to get to the top of the leaderboard. It's at 0.5 times. Let's see. We can experiment now. 1115. Okay, so each zombie gives you 5 points. At least the little green-faced ones. Gotta farm them. There's more firepower. I want to be able to get points faster, so that means killing more zombies faster. Yeah, because, I mean, forget the carrots, we're harvesting zombies. Points. More firepower. More firepower. This could be a one-shot kill, looks like. Interesting. So on this, so on the easiest difficulty, it looks like all you face are these kind of green ones. Will save my finger more. Just having the increased firepower. Just keep going with number 5. Okay, so there are red guys. Looks like each carrot is worth 1 or so. I want to see if the red guys are worth more. Nope, same amount. Okay. Sound effect is I think it's definitely a strategy. I could sit here and go through and get 60,000 points just with high firepower. And then if I ever really get into trouble, I can just clear the level. Can't tell if the level meter is exponential or not. If I get an exponential number of it's an exponential number of amount of points I have to get in order to get to the next level or not. Doesn't seem like it. Seems like the level is linear. Here's a blue one. Let's experiment on the blue one, see if it gives us more points too. Yeah, it gives us 5 as well. So the color variation doesn't do anything. Just go march straight towards a stream of zombies. Did I go outside of the I don't think I did. Find the barn again. Oh yeah, okay. Still. I think I'm gonna have to clear the zombies this time. 875. 1/12 away to the high score. This is how you get to the top of the leaderboards with no skill. Okay, let me think of things. As far as ranking goes, UI is nice and intuitive, if a little inconsistent. I mean, the fact that it's 3D and it's a shooter is quite impressive. Even if the models are... I mean, some of the models are simpler, like the barn is kind of simple. But like the zombies themselves, models aren't... They look kind of simple, but they're not exactly simple. And there's no slowdowns. Which, I mean, if my computer can't handle this geometry, I don't know. I don't know what it could handle. Well, a lot of them. Yeah, so biggest bonus to this would be the ability to hold the shoot button. Maybe that would be a bit too, make it a bit too easy. But I definitely feel like it can easily become a endurance test. How long can you hold how many button clicks can you do before your mouse just gives up the ghost? It's like, stop, please. And the AI seems pretty good. Destroy all zombies. So it says gain no points when you destroy all the zombies, but it looks like you gain some points. I don't know if that's for clearing the level, or maybe that's the limiting factor that I haven't found yet, is that because it definitely seems like more zombies are spawning now. As the level gets higher, it probably more zombies that spawn. Until it's just overwhelmed. I'm guessing that's what the limiting factor is. It's gonna cause my score to plummet. Barn's kind of fading in and out there. Where you come from? There's definitely more zombies that were level 16. We're gonna have to make more liberal use of clearing all of them. I think the days of just skipping and getting the bonus are over. I wonder if there's more varieties, or if it's just the blue and the red. I'm assuming it's just the blue and the red and the green. Well, I definitely think I could beat the score if beat the high score if my mouse didn't give out. Or maybe not. Maybe the number of zombies coming would eventually overwhelm me, even though they're kind of anemic. Just to stay on the move, right? I think there's a lot of them caught on the outside, too. pick a direction, head that direction. It seems like I'm just as fast as the zombies, if not a little bit faster, so getting away from them isn't a huge deal. Just kind of play it safe. We'll try skipping and just going, see if we can kind of rack them up. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of zombies. Will not survive this. Just keep running. Just got to stay on the outside perimeter. Every now and then fire back into the mass. Let's see. Are all the zombies? I think we'll do that. Play 18. Well, we've already beat our score. Our score is cut in half. What if we just were to hole up in a corner, if we could? Probably not, because they're coming from too many different vectors. Or you just have a choke point where you can kill them all. Kinda gotta make the rounds. Oh, more carrots. Yeah, this is definitely not Stardew Valley. Not the Stardew Valley I was expecting anyways. Oops. I was gonna clear it there, but I guess we just keep going. Got lots of zombies. Definitely think that doing this on hardcore would be a lot faster. Yeah, there's like a near infinite stream of these blue guys now almost. Oof, look at all of them. Can't turn around. Only go forward. So we can clear them. Firepower is definitely enough. I'm getting them in one shot. And it doesn't look like increasing the firepower is going to make any sort of like a spread shot or anything. Okay, we'll get 16k and then call it good, I think, there. That'll put places solidly on the leaderboards. Right? Yeah, audio, a little bit of feedback from when the bullets hit. Be good. Music is fine. We'll just we'll just keep going with bonus points until we die. That'd probably be a good point to stop once we're just so many zombies that you can't do anything. You literally can't click fast enough. Oops. Yeah, the mouse sensitivity is the I don't know if it's really high in the game for a particular reason, or if it's just the DPI setting on my mouse, maybe? Look at all those zombies. Gotta run. Coming in here and trying to get the carrots is what's going to get me killed. But the invincibility time frame seems to be pretty generous. Skip. Leave the zombies. Oh, our health goes all the way up when we level up. Okay. So it might take a little while before we're actually die. I'm guessing most of the collisions are... Well, the gun has to be in a 2D, has to be in 3D space, so... 3D collisions on the gun must be some sort of ray tracing. We're at 16.5 now. Can I go? Oh, I can go clear out outside the farm. Well, we'll do an experiment then. We'll go as far away as we possibly can, see if we fall off the edge of the... Yep. Okay. Oh wow, so we actually had 16,000. What is in fourth? That's not bad. All right. So theme. Adrenaline. Ground hardcore. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of adrenaline. Say probably a 3. 3, maybe. There wasn't any sort of power up or any mechanic where adrenaline. Again, it was similar to a lot of other games that in this jam. The adrenaline was more concept of what we're trying to get the player to feel, as opposed to being a part of the gameplay or whatnot. So, so it was okay. I wouldn't say it was good, but it was definitely there. Concept. Endless horde shooter where you're picking up carrots. Okay. 2-star. Story. Yeah, there was a story. It says, help, I was being threatened by 10,000 zombies. I have to harvest the crop. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a story. So we'll bump it up. We'll say 3 stars. Visuals. 3D always gets, 3 stars. seemed like there was a little bit of clipping around the barn when you get close. Somehow the culling was off or something, but um, Game Maker 3D and every time that I've tried to do it has always been a bit of a booger. Audio, I would say it was okay. It had music, had a little bit of feedback for like when you get hit, but not having an impact on when the bullets hit the zombies um, took down the satisfaction factor of killing them. So I would say that it was two. It was okay. Could have been a little bit better, but it was okay. User experience. The clicking, clicking for each bullet turns into a fatigue thing. So I would put that at 1, especially also because the sensitivity seemed to be seemed to be really intense. I don't know if that was my mouse, but really it's the 1 would be for the fact that you have to press the mouse button every time you shoot. So overall, I give it a solid 2. It was okay. What else was it that I was gonna say? Oh, the concept of getting upgrades and whatnot as you go along was good. It was rewarding to be able to, especially have. I know you didn't have time to make the whole screen for the different upgrades when you get to the next level, but just the variety and being able to change your how much damage you're dealing versus clearing the level versus getting bonus points. It seemed pretty well balanced. So I'm actually going to bump concept up to 3. Yeah, so the thing I liked most about the game was the was probably those upgrades in between the levels. They seemed pretty well balanced. The fact that you hit the different zombies, the fact that you could increase your gun. Also, the number of difficulty levels was impressive. Those are probably the biggest things I liked in the game. The thing that was most frustrating was the clicking, obviously, and then the another good thing was the high scores. I really liked having the high scores where you can help it. But that always seems to add to jam games significantly. Maybe I'll have to try. With the number of people that seem to be doing it nowadays, I might have to try to throw my head in the ring next go around. But I know that online stuff is a large undertaking. So it's good. Game. All right. Looks like I probably have time for about one more, and we'll see what the next one is. Oh, Gunshot by speedchuck. This is another one that I think I'm almost back up to snuff with all the ones that I had previously played and then didn't end up uploading because it didn't register. So this is gonna be another game that it's not gonna be true first impressions, but I'll try to kind of go through and give my initial impressions. I like the Western aesthetic. I always like the Western kind of look. Credits made by speedchuck. Sound effects. I'm curious if you had other people, if this Iwani was on your team, or if that was somebody from like the free sound community or somebody else that you got the sound effects from. It makes it look like it was somebody that was on your team. So, and given the quality of the sound effects, I imagine that it probably was. Oops, I forgot. What did I? Casual, practice, or true. So when I first started out, we're gonna have to go with true. Oh, I didn't get that in the first playthrough. So it's like the samurai swipes the gun out of your hand. Now you're the gun trying to get back to the cowboy. Okay. Yeah, so I got how far did I get in my first playthrough with the... I guarantee you it was not very far. I think I got to like the second, third platform. So things I like. The effects of the gun and just how instantaneous the shots are. Like the gravity feels really good. Jumping around. But yeah, I'm terrible at it, so I think I started again and I went to practice. I'll give you some second chances. Yeah, this is the one with the restart button. This is the one that I was doing. So my first playthrough, I got to the waterfall. And that was about the limits of my skills at this game. This is evidenced by the fact that I can't even make this first jump. Let's see. I just have to get a little bit closer. Yeah, the fact that these slopes are sometimes sticky and sometimes you fall off of them, feels a little bit annoying, but I don't know if I would change that, per se. I think that having the, yeah, like that, where it just slides off sometimes, makes slopes a bit dangerous, so you kind of want to watch it. Oh. Yeah, if anybody's able to do this on hardcore, I'd be most impressed. Initially, I didn't know if it was based on the distance of the mouse from the gun. If that's what determined the velocity, but it seems to be constant. So it doesn't really matter what your... oh, come on. No. It doesn't seem to matter. What matters is where your mouse is, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, and you can zoom out and in. That's right. Oh. Hey, now I'm flying. So I fall. That. I was lucky I grabbed that one. Oh. I just want to try to get to the very edge. Yeah, there's multiple bullets is the bane of my existence in this game. Oh. Aha. I like the at first I wasn't quite sold on the orange background, but I think actually having this solid shaped background, or the solid orange background with the just a few sparse bushes really helps with the concentration. I do not remember some of these. Yep, mag size +1. Wow, I'm doing a lot better this run than I did my last run. I don't know if that's a glitch there or if you're actually supposed to be able to do that. This area. I'm assuming you're supposed to be able to. I can't imagine how much testing it must have taken to just get all the dimensions correctly, unless you had like some sort of grid where you knew, okay, I know exactly this is how many grid spaces you can go. Keep aiming too slow, aiming too low. Yeah, I got about to the top of the waterfall on my last go round. I was doing it for about, I don't know, 45 minutes, something like that, so doing a lot better this time. Say that as I fall down. Oh. Ah, almost had it. Yeah. There's no way I would ever be able to do this on hardcore. I think this is where I got to in my first go round. I really like the waterfall. Looks like it's just sort of a stretching. Well, I can't tell if it's a stretching or if that's actually sprites stacked on each other. What if I can make it with 3? I think I can. Just need to get closer, right? That reset button is definitely getting its work out. Oh. Messing myself up. Now where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to hook it underneath there, huh? You overestimate my skills. Like I have none. Oh, okay. I guess I do have skills. Just have to not believe in yourself. Oh, no, wait. I did get past the waterfall. That's right. Okay, I remember this area now. Because there was a glitch that I hit when I got to the doors over here. Oh, wait for it. There we go. I wonder why I can't hit that target there. Seems like that's what it wants me to do. Wait there. Oh. But yeah, so the glitch that I hit was last time I hit a button. I think it was that button over there. And then hit that button. I hit the button up there on the upper left. And then the gate down here opened up. And then I fell down as it was opening up. And it caught me. And I couldn't get past that point. Because it had basically glitched out. I wonder why it's not... So I'm just not hitting it in the center. Oh, like that. I almost got it. Nope. I wonder if I can actually get up here. Oh, yep, yeah, I can. Oh, even more bullets. Oh, ah, start back down here. That was the other thing I wasn't quite sure on, is how the checkpoint system worked. If it was certain collisions that you hit, and then when you hit the collision, then it saves that position, or if it's just it randomly saves your position every like couple minutes. Because sometimes it seems like the reset button doesn't behave how I would quite expect. First you don't succeed, shoot again. I'm actually got past where I was before. I didn't think that was going to happen. Like there it saved when I was on that platform. And the sliding seems a little bit unpredictable. Sometimes you just keep rolling, other times you... So I can imagine if you're doing this hardcore... Oh, it did get to the end. Comes back. You won. Gonna give it a real go next. Oh, error in action number 1. Okay. But I think that was the end of it. I'm close. I actually got to the end of it this time. Granted, I was cheating. Maybe not yellow belly cheating, but reset cheating. All right, so thing that I like the most, I like the concept. I think the most of kind of like that hard to get up the mountain guy in the pot. I forget what the name of that game is. Um, but yeah, you have to. It's like the difficult climb up the mountain. Only you are the gun. I thought that's a really engaging concept, and it felt really good too. Shooting the gun, the particle effects when you fire the gun, jumping up, felt really solid. Even the slopes where you're kind of slipping on them a little bit, it didn't feel. It just felt a little random when they were on the slopes, but even that part didn't feel too bad. So, um, yeah, and there's having the different difficulty settings is mandatory for people like me who are not that good at these kind of hardcore games. So theme. How well did it incorporate the theme? Adrenaline. I don't know. I guess it seems like there was adrenaline in the story. Uh, like when you're in a standoff situation, the guy cuts the gun out of your hand. I can imagine adrenaline in that. Um, Adrenaline's kind of a hard theme to integrate. But I felt like it was a good amount of adrenaline because it's also played on the adrenaline, and if you are playing hardcore and you fall all the way down, it can be devastating, and your adrenaline can just go. um, or if you're trying to make a jump, adrenaline can be flowing. So I think it was good. It was about a 3. Concept, really liked the concept. Thought it was an excellent concept. Kind of a hardcore game where you're the gun, jumping up the platforms. Story, I also thought the story was excellent, and it tied to the mechanic really well. How it's the cowboy hits the thing, drops his gun, and now the gun's getting back to him. That's a fun, creative story. Visuals. Visuals also really good, really solid. I liked the particles, the shooting, um, the background being two tone. Initially, I felt like, oh, it should have had a little bit more in way of tile work and stuff, but I think actually having it just flat orange and against the blue, um, really helped with the contrast and helped to identify the where you're jumping a lot better. Um, so yeah, visuals are really good. Audio, um, audio is also excellent. I thought the gun landing had a sound effect, like everything had a sound effect, and it was really punchy. User experience, thought it was good. Having the different levels made it fun too. So it wasn't just like, oh, you can. If not for that, there's no way I would have gotten to the top without the reset button, obviously. um, so having those different levels was made for a good user experience. It's challenging, but you can, temper the challenge. So overall, I think it was I think it was excellent. It was I'd definitely give it a 4. Only ding I would give is just on the theme, but adrenaline's kind of a hard thing to put into a game. Okay, good. So how many do I still have? I have 16 left. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we'll see if I can do some more tomorrow and later in this week. But yeah, I think that's it. So everybody who was watching, thanks for watching, and see you next time.